There are days when our hearts feel heavy because something has gone. There are mornings when we wake up in a vague emptiness, not knowing what exactly is making us feel tired. But all it takes is to pause, take a deep breath, and listen to a story. That alone can soothe the heart. What you're about to hear is not meant to convince, but rather to offer small, quiet stories, simple and still. Yet if you listen with an open heart, they may change how you view loss, change, and your very self. Let us listen together to 9 Zen stories, like 9 drops of gentle rain falling upon the field of consciousness. Story 1. The Spilled Bowl of Rice. A young novice on his first day at the temple was given a bowl of rice to carry to his room after chanting. But as he hurried across the courtyard, he tripped, and the entire bowl spilled onto the ground. Rice scattered everywhere, and he burst into tears. The master came over, did not scold, and gently said, "You see, the rice has already spilled. If you keep crying, you will only spill more tears. But if you stay calm and bend down, you will see there are still some clean grains you can pick up." Life is the same. Not everything that is lost is truly gone. What matters is whether your heart is ready to begin again, even with just one grain. Impermanence is not an end. It is an invitation to begin again, with a peaceful heart. Story 2, The Broken Cup. When the mind is ready to let go. Every morning a Zen master drank tea from an old cup. Someone once asked, "Why don't you use a new cup, master?" He replied, "Because every day I look at it and I already see it is broken." He wasn't being pessimistic. He was simply living with the truth that all things are impermanent. Because he knew it would eventually break, he cherished every use without clinging. Reminder, when the mind is ready to let go, we no longer fear loss. We simply live deeply, and in every breath, every cup of tea, every gentle touch. Story 3. This too shall pass. Long ago, there was a wise king who was easily swayed by emotions. When he won, he became arrogant. When he lost, he sank into despair. One day he asked the sages in his court, "Is there a saying that could help me remain calm in both triumph and failure?" A hermit engraved a message on the king's ring, "This too shall pass." The king was surprised, but soon realized, when joyfully he would read it, "To remember joy does not last forever." When sad, he would read it, "To know sorrow too shall fade." All things change. When we understand that everything is temporary, our minds become as steady as mountains amidst the sea. Transition. We've just listened to 3 stories. If your heart feels a little lighter, it's because it is beginning to open. Take a deep breath and continue the journey. Story 4, The Broken Bell. Everything will change. Once in a small monastery, a novice deeply loved the sound of the bronze bell each morning. Its echo through the morning mist made his heart feel light, as if all worries melted with that chime. One day, the bell accidentally fell and shattered. The novice cried. The master came gently and said, "You cry because you thought the bell would last forever. But everything will change, then end." Knowing this helps us cherish even the smallest things while they still exist. Reminder, understanding impermanence means knowing nothing lasts forever, and therefore this present moment is the most precious thing we have. Story 5, the Buddha's finger. Change is natural. Someone asked the Buddha, "Why doesn't joy stay longer with me?" The Buddha said nothing. He simply raised his finger and moved it. Do you see? Everything is always in motion. Emotions, circumstances, even your mind, they change every moment. That is the nature of life. Reminder, when we resist change, we suffer. When we accept it, we are free. Transition. We've now passed 5 stories. If you're still here, be grateful. Your presence in this moment is already a gift. Let us continue. Story 6, the last leaf. Stillness amidst fading. In an autumn forest, the Buddha picked up a fallen yellow leaf. What do you see? A beautiful leaf that is dying. Yes, but the beauty lies in that exact moment. Because the leaf has little time left, it becomes truly precious. Reminder, beauty is not in how long something lasts, but in being fully present with it. Story 7, the melting candle. One evening in the temple, a novice admired a beautiful candle burning. He asked the master, "Why did you light it? It's so rare and lovely." The master smiled. A candle is born to shine and to melt. It does not regret itself. Then he pointed at the flame. Humans are the same. We live, shine, contribute, and then we go. But the light we leave behind will remain in others' hearts. Understanding impermanence, we no longer grieve over what fades. We focus on living wholeheartedly so our light doesn't go to waste. Story 8, the Emperor's Dream. A king once dreamed he had lost everything and become a wandering beggar. He woke up terrified and asked the Zen master, "Master, which is real? The dream of being a king or the dream of being a beggar?" The Zen master replied, "Amishoa, what is real is change itself. Both king and beggar are but passing images in the flow of impermanence." Then he added, "If you lose everything tomorrow, what remains is whether your mind is still clear. Awakening is what is real. All fame and loss are drifting clouds. Impermanence is real, but awareness, that is freedom. Everything comes and goes like a dream. And when our minds learn to rest in stillness, we begin to see the truth beneath all change. Story 9, the Mother and the Mustard Seed, Healing Through Understanding. One day a grieving mother came to the Buddha holding her deceased child. She begged him to bring her son back to life. The Buddha gently said, "I will help if you can bring me a mustard seed from a household that has never experienced death." She went from house to house, but everywhere she went, she found people who had lost a father, mother, child, or spouse. Finally, she returned. Her tears dried. She bowed to the Buddha and said, "I understand now. Death spares no one." From that day on, she lived with mindfulness and loved more deeply each day. When we understand impermanence as the natural truth of life, we stop blaming the world and begin to treasure every single moment. If you have ever felt sorrow over something that changed, if you've ever longed for something that is past, if you've tried to hold on to something no longer here, remember, impermanence is the nature of life, but impermanence is also the doorway to peace, because through it even suffering shall pass. And because of it, every moment we live becomes profoundly precious. Live deeply, love gently, and let go softly. So what must leave may leave in peace. If these stories touched a quiet place within you, feel free to share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear from you. And if this video brought you peace, please like, share it with someone dear, and subscribe, so together we can spread seeds of calm and clarity. Thank you for being here in this very moment.